In this video, we're going to continue to talk about classes, and we are going to try to make a little bit more sense of everything that we've been doing. Now, there are three cornerstones of object-oriented programming: encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. In the sections before this, we demonstrated how we can encapsulate information, and then we learned how to use a derived class to inherit properties of the base class. Now, in this section, and the final cornerstone principle of OOP is polymorphism. Now, the term polymorphism describes the ability to assign a different meaning or purpose to an entity according to its context. Now, in Python and other languages, the plus sign operator or character can be described as a polymorphic operator because it represents both the arithmetic operator for addition of integers and float numbers and decimal numbers, or the string concatenation operator, which takes two strings and adds them together. Now, perhaps more importantly, Python class methods can also be polymorphic because the Python language uses duck typing. If it walks like a duck, swims like a duck, or quacks like a duck, then that bird is reckoned to be a duck. Now, in duck typing, or in a duck typed language, you can create a function to take an object of any type and class of that object's methods. If the object does indeed have the called method, is reckoned to be a duck, they're executed. Otherwise, the function signals a runtime error. Like name methods of multiple classes can be created, and instances of those classes will execute the associated version. And that's where we are able to have multiple functions of the same name. Now, a class can have only one method with its given name. So if our class is called duck, we cannot have multiple methods using that name, duck. Okay? Method overloading, which we can do in other languages, is not supported in Python. So let's look at our Python and look at how we can make this work. So we have a duck class, so we're going to declare a class with methods to display strings unique to the class and save as duck. So we have class duck. We have a method called talk. Of course, we pass it self. We're going to print duck says quack. We're going to print that its coat is made of feathers. So we're going to, I just went to the wrong place. So I need my duck. So here's duck. Created duck. We have our methods in here. Then I can do a file save as and copy this and change it to mouse. And now I have mouse, and mouse says talk, and the mouse says squeak, and it wears fur. Okay, so the duck wears feathers, the mouse wears fur. Now I'm going to create a third program, and in this program, I'm going to name it polymorphic. I'm going to call both classes, the duck and the mouse. They are two different classes. They are not a parent and a child class. It is just two separate base classes. And then I'm going to define a method called describe object. So I'm going to have object.talk and object.coat. So my object is going to go back to these two class files, and it's going to look for talk and coat. Okay? Then I have Donald equal duck, Mickey equal mouse. So now I have describe Donald, describe Mickey. So if we run this, now I have duck says quack, duck wears feathers, mouse says squeak, mouse wears fur. Okay? So here's my method. My method describe goes back to my method here, and it pulls talk and coat. And then right here, my method described goes to mouse and it pulls talk and code. And this is the results. If you have any questions about how to use this, please let me know. I will be more than happy to help you. Also, make sure you do the check for understanding.